Toma, I have to confess something. I had a completely open Sunday last weekend.
Oh, that sounds absolutely wonderful, Jihad.
It was a total nightmare.
Wait, what? Why?
Zero plans, no tasks, absolutely nothing to do. By 11 a.m., I was pacing back and forth across my apartment like I had misplaced my keys or something.
What in the world were you searching for?
Anything to occupy my time. I kept thinking to myself, this is impossible. I must be missing something important on my to-do list. But there was nothing, absolutely nothing. And honestly, that quietness terrified me way more than an overloaded workday ever could.
Why do you think that is?
Because I suddenly realized I have no idea how to just sit still without constantly chasing the next task.
I experienced that exact same sense of dread once sitting on a beach during vacation. I was just lounging there, but my mind kept whispering, shouldn't you be doing something productive right now?
On a beach vacation? A relaxing beach trip that you carefully planned and paid good money for? That's actually kind of sad, Toma.
It really is. So today, we want to explore a big question. Why does stillness make us feel so restless? And is this whole concept of slow living actually doable, or is it just a pretty aesthetic photo on social media?
Welcome back, everyone, to Glowing English. This is your favorite cozy spot to learn smooth, practical English through genuine, everyday conversations. I'm Speaker One, or Jihad, as you know me.
And I'm Speaker 2, also known as Toma, the person who managed to panic while sitting on a tropical beach.
Jihad is never going to let you live that down, Toma. But in all seriousness, that constant guilt builds up over time, doesn't it?
It really does, and that is precisely how burnout sneaks up on you. You keep pushing, working hard, trying to prove your worth, until your physical mind and body simply collapse.
We've been conditioned to believe that rest is a reward that must be earned through hard labor, rather than a basic human need.
Absolutely. Rest shouldn't require an official justification, like, I worked 60 hours this week, so I deserve to relax today. It should just be, I am a human being, and human beings need downtime.
Stated like that, it sounds completely logical.
It sounds easy in theory, but try practicing it on a random Tuesday when your inbox is quiet.
Oh, I would immediately hunt for something non-urgent to fixate on.
We all do that. But let me bring up something about this topic that bothers me slightly.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
This whole popular slow living trend across social media, videos of people wearing effortless linen outfits, pouring filter coffee in slow motion while acoustic music plays.
I know precisely the videos you're describing, and whenever I watch them, I constantly wonder who is actually paying their mortgage while they spend 10 minutes carefully pouring a single cup of coffee.
Exactly. That's the part that rarely gets shown online. Slow living looks incredibly aesthetic as a social media brand, but in real life, slowness can sometimes mean financial stress, lack of work, or extreme physical exhaustion.
So it can easily turn into an idealized fantasy. A good word to describe that phenomenon is to romanticize something, meaning to portray an idea as much more charming or peaceful than it really is. We romanticize slowness the same way people romanticize moving away to live off the grid in a remote cabin.
Oh, absolutely. A rustic cabin looks dreamy in pictures, but in reality, it means constant bugs, zero internet connectivity, and a 2-hour drive just to get groceries.
You've clearly spent a lot of time analyzing this.
I hold very strong opinions regarding remote cabins, Jihad.
Duly noted. But despite the fluff, I think there is a genuine message hidden under it all. The concept of slowness isn't inherently fake, it's just that the polished online version ignores real life.
Right. Real life includes job shifts, commutes, family responsibilities, and everyday expenses. So the true challenge isn't, how can I abandon my life and live slowly?
Not at all.
The true question is, can we cultivate moments of slowness inside our hectic everyday routines?
That is a much trickier puzzle to solve.
But it's far more authentic. Can I play devil's advocate for a moment, though?
Please, go ahead.
Isn't preaching slow living a bit of a privilege? Some folks are working multiple jobs just to feed their families. Telling them to take a breath and be present can sound completely disconnected from reality.
That is a very valid point, Toma. Not everyone has equal flexibility to slow down their pace. Many people don't get a choice. Their circumstances demand nonstop hustle just to make ends meet.
Exactly. So we have to be careful not to present slow living as a simple option that anyone can casually choose.
I agree entirely. It's easy to lecture people about mindfulness from a comfortable lifestyle. However, if I may offer a slight counter perspective,
Go for it.
I don't believe slowness requires leaving your career behind. Even within a demanding life, there are usually tiny pockets of quiet time available if we choose to notice them.
Give me an example of what you mean.
Take your daily walk to the train station or bus stop. You could spend those 5 minutes rushing, anxiously checking emails, or you could simply focus on your surroundings and walk intentionally. 5 short minutes. It costs nothing and it doesn't require quitting your job. So instead of striving for a completely slow life, it's about introducing brief, calm moments within a fast paced life.
Precisely. Slowness doesn't have to be a major lifestyle overhaul, it can simply be a small daily habit.
That perspective feels much more achievable and respectful toward people who genuinely can't reduce their workload. Can I share a tiny experiment I tried recently that actually made a difference?
I'm all ears.
Last month, I made a conscious decision to eat my dinner without looking at my smartphone once.
How did that go for you?
Honestly, it felt so awkward at first. For the first few minutes, my hand was automatically reaching toward my empty pocket out of pure muscle memory.
Like experiencing a phantom phone twitch?
Exactly like that. But after about 3 minutes passed, I actually began to taste my food properly and appreciate the meal.
It's almost funny and a bit sad that actually paying attention to your dinner feels like a major breakthrough.
It really is sad, but it truly surprised me. I realized the food was delicious. Usually, I just gobble down my meals while mindlessly scrolling through social feeds.
So previously, you were essentially eating on complete autopilot.
Completely on autopilot. Meals were just tasks to get through.
The exact opposite of autopilot is being intentional, which means doing something with deliberate thought and presence instead of letting it happen automatically.
Yes, that meal was probably the first intentional dinner I've experienced in months.
Did it take up more of your evening?
Here's the interesting part. Not at all. It took the exact same 20 minutes, but those 20 minutes felt much richer, as if time had expanded slightly.
That really is the key insight. Slow living isn't necessarily about creating extra hours, it's about altering the quality of your attention while time is passing.
Just one simple meal, no tasks accomplished, no extra productivity, yet it ended up being the most peaceful part of my whole week.
That is actually quite wonderful, Toma.
Don't get used to me sharing sentimental stories, Jihad. I'll enjoy it while it lasts. So, where does this leave us? Neither of us is planning on moving to an isolated cabin anytime soon.
Definitely not, given my deep suspicion of rustic cabins.
Right, but real slow living is much smaller and simpler than social media influencers lead us to believe. It's about tiny choices: one quiet stroll, one screen free dinner, 10 peaceful minutes with a warm mug of coffee. It's not about redesigning your whole identity, just finding tiny moments to pause.
I've actually managed to keep up with phone-free dinners twice a week now.
Only twice a week?
2 small steps, Jihad. I'm taking my time here.
Fair enough. And what about your Sunday schedule anxiety? Any improvements there?
Actually, yes. Last Sunday, I had another open morning, and instead of hunting for chores, I just sat by the window with my tea for 15 minutes. No screen, no multitasking. It felt awkward for 5 minutes, but after that, it was deeply relaxing.
See, the initial discomfort disappears if you simply allow yourself to sit through it.
It really does. We're so conditioned to react to the impulse of doing something that we forget to see how refreshing the quiet can be on the other side.
And what did you discover on the other side?
Just stillness, which wasn't nearly as intimidating as I had imagined.
That's a solid victory in my book.
A small victory, but I'll happily take it.
I love the journey of this discussion. We started out panicking about free weekends and vacation beaches, and we ended up learning how to enjoy quiet meals like calm adults.
Great progress overall. Now, let's take some time to highlight a few essential vocabulary terms from today's discussion that will help upgrade your English usage.
Excellent. Welcome to our vocabulary spotlight segment, where we break down valuable expressions. Our first keyword is idle. To be idle means to be inactive, resting, or taking a pause. While it is a neutral term, many people treat being idle as if it were a negative trait. For instance, I felt surprisingly guilty staying idle on my day off.
That sentence hits very close to home. Our second term is romanticize. To romanticize means to describe or view something in an overly ideal or beautiful way, ignoring its practical flaws. Example, it's easy to romanticize living in a remote area until you realize there's no internet.
Exactly. Our third word is burnout. Burnout refers to physical or mental exhaustion caused by prolonged stress, overwork, or constant rushing. Example sentence: he decided to adjust his work hours after experiencing severe burnout last winter.
Our fourth vocabulary word is intentional. Being intentional means acting with focus, purpose, and awareness rather than operating out of habit. Example, she made an intentional effort to disconnect from work during the weekend.
And our final keyword is privilege. A privilege is a special advantage or opportunity that isn't available to everyone. Example sentence: having total control over your daily schedule is a unique privilege.
These words are incredibly practical for everyday conversations. If you want to review these words, practice your pronunciation, and test your comprehension, make sure to visit our channel, Glowing English, where we provide additional learning resources to boost your fluency.
Now, let's look at how we can transform basic English sentences into more expressive, natural phrasing.
In this practice, we aren't trying to sound overly formal or complicated. We just want to communicate with greater clarity and emotion.
Let's start with a common basic sentence. I feel bad when I do nothing. While understandable, bad is a very generic word. Here is a better version. I still feel a bit guilty when I'm idle, even on my scheduled days off.
That sounds much more expressive. It clearly defines the specific emotion and provides context.
Let's try another basic thought. Those aesthetic slow living videos aren't real. A more natural phrasing would be, I feel that social media tends to romanticize slow living a bit too much.
That sounds far more thoughtful and polite. Here's another one. I am always tired because of my job. Let's upgrade that to, I think I might actually be dealing with some subtle burnout lately.
That is much more precise. Tired can mean you slept poorly for one night, whereas burnout describes a deeper state of fatigue that requires attention. Let's look at this simple sentence. I ate my meal without checking my phone. A more richer way to express this is, I had a genuinely intentional dinner last night with no screens at all.
That phrasing gives the action much more meaning and personal significance.
Finally, consider this simple statement. Not everyone has time to slow down. A more refined way to say this is, I realize that slowing down can be a real privilege, and that's an important point to keep in mind.
That expresses empathy and shows a mature understanding of different life situations. Let me combine a few of these upgraded sentences together.
Go ahead, give it a shot.
I still feel a bit guilty when I'm idle, even on my scheduled days off, because I think I might be dealing with some subtle burnout lately. So last night, I decided to have a genuinely intentional dinner with no screens at all, and it brought me much more peace than I expected.
That was beautifully put, Toma. Realistic, clear, and very natural.
I must admit, I feel a little proud of that string of sentences.
And you should be. Perhaps that's the main idea we can leave our viewers with today. Slow living isn't about transforming your entire existence overnight. It's simply about capturing a few honest, quiet moments inside the life you already live.
Exactly. So that Sunday panic might still show up occasionally, but hopefully with much less intensity. And as for your beach anxiety,
We'll keep working on that one step by the time. But truly, one screen-free meal, one quiet walk, 10 calm minutes with tea. That's all it takes.
we would love to hear from all of you in the community. When was the very last time you felt completely unhurried and relaxed? Or try completing this sentence in the comments section. Slowing down feels challenging for me because...
Keep your practice simple, stay consistent, and remember to check out our channel, Glowing English, for more video lessons to enhance your learning journey. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.
Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us today. Keep practicing your English, keep growing, and we will see you in our next video lesson.
Goodbye for now, everyone. Take care.